Hi, so for my Screenomatic, I chose to talk about Twitter and its use within education. So I have two Twitter accounts, not for any really particular reason. I have nothing on my other Twitter that I'm ashamed of. I guess I just um, choose to keep my, I don't know, work life and personal life separate by having two different accounts. I like to know that I can go on this Twitter and see all education stuff, and I like to know that on my other Twitter I can go on and see what friends are doing, or any certain organizations I follow, or whatnot that tend to be more, that pertain to me more on a personal level than a professional level. One of the reasons why I've really started to like and enjoy Twitter, I guess maybe with Clumper and Kevin last spring, is when I really got kind of and got to enjoy Twitter, got to use it and see the professional side of it. Some cool things is just so based off of people I follow right now, like it's suggesting I follow this elementary school. So it's really cool to be able to network and to be able to see an education system. For example, I am going to move to Anchorage, Alaska, and so I could just do a quick Anchorage School District search and see what comes up. Ironically, nothing comes up, so maybe they don't have. I know that their superintendent has one, and it's Dina something, and I'm blanking right now. Um, Whereas some school districts are very active on Twitter and some aren't. And so right there, I've learned that, okay, Anchorage maybe is not that active on, obviously on Twitter, and I've learned that maybe they hold a view that social media or Twitter or something like that is maybe not something that they want to be involved in. Something that's especially cool is the hashtags that you can follow. Um, so right here, trends for me, it's saying love public education. So I can click that and be brought to a bunch of tweets about loving public education. And it's cool to be able to go to these hashtags and then to be able to network and to see who is tweeting using that hashtag and maybe follow them and get to collaborate with them that way. So let's see, let's go back to my basic setup here, my homepage. So this was just kind of funny. Flexible seating is kind of a hot topic, and so there's Charles sitting on flexible seating at DSU. So this is kind of a just where you can tweet whatever you'd like. And then from there, you have your followers and then who I'm following. So here's people who follow me and then people I follow. And this is cool because the community that you get to create just right here on a website. So Lee Jenkins, I actually got to go to a conference of his in the fall and learn about L to J. I really enjoyed his presentation and actually have got to implement some of his theories and ideas and techniques into my student teaching classroom. So that's been a really cool opportunity. At the school I'm student teaching at, technology is a core subject, and so I've followed a few tech people. Brandon Gerard, I actually got to meet him. He's a principal in Castlewood. His wife is a principal in Dakota Prairie and Brookings, so I know her pretty well. So example, he's a high school math teacher, and so some of these people might teach at different levels, but it's fun to be able to see the resources that they're using. For example, Mark Cry, he does a lot with Breakout EDU, and so it's fun to see him post with recent breakouts he's created. Megan Blake, I got to be in her room to do a Breakout EDU. Some of these people I just followed because they're math people and I'm in a math classroom, so it's been fun to see what they do in their math classroom and then be able to implement and apply some of that to my classroom and student teaching. One thing that I didn't really know was a thing until having math methods with Kevin and social studies methods with Klumper was the chats. And so like every Thursday there's some math chats, and so it's super fun when my time allows me to be able to participate in some of these chats. You'll notice my 27 tweets shows that I don't participate often, but I do find myself going to that hashtag and following along and just reading questions and answers that people have had. A way to manage that, which is kind of like an extension of Twitter, is called TweetDeck. And I also learned about this from Klumper, is you can go on and it connects with your Twitter, but on it you can follow hashtags. And so maybe one that I would like to follow is TLAP, so Teach Like a Pirate. And here, hashtag TLAP, I can see all of the hashtags that go along with TLAP. So maybe it's the beginning of the year and I sat down and I read TLAP again and I'm super amped up about the first day of school, and I can log on and see what other TLAP teachers are thinking about at the beginning of the year. So that is something that is super cool, and I would kind of want to challenge myself to utilize more as I prepare to be out into the real world and to have my own job and classroom. But yeah, something I've just been really opened up to is the idea of Twitter as a professional development resource. And so here is just a brief glimpse at some of the tools that you can use with Twitter.